Yo, what's going on, your boy Emus here with a brand new video for you guys. So what's up, channel, bro? Feeling good, because your boy is back. Long time no see. We've been kind of away from the channel for a bit, mostly because there hasn't been like a lot of things going on IRL sports to make content on. I'm more of like a, I want to see some big news to make content on. I just make like weekly stuff, just make this up for like my sport teams. But when it comes to FC, which is what majority of people here, watch the channel for, we're taking time off from FC when it comes to uploading content until 26 comes out, because it's not really a lot to do at 25 right now, and I don't really have like a lot of motivation to touch this game when it comes to making content, mostly because the community is dog water, and it's really annoying to try to make content when you're dealing with a dog water community. But today, I figured, let's have some fun with the game. Let's have some fun with FC by giving another update on the evos we've been doing. So with the game coming to a close in a matter of weeks, this is basically the final look of the evos that we will have for FC 2025. We did an evo video, I want to say a couple months ago, and I know a lot of y'all, especially in the Discord, y'all like to see the evos that I work on. So you were an evo mad scientist. So I figured, why not come out here and show you guys, majority, if not all, the evos I've worked on throughout the year, and some of the long-standing cards as well. So third thing else, you got San Parallel. This was her birthday card that we've evoed, throughout, since we've gotten it. She got too many year upgrades on her. Pretty much she's been upgraded throughout every promo since we've gotten the card. This is pretty much like one of my go-to cards when it comes to the left wing position, particularly left wing position. When I'm playing like left mids, I go press. When I'm playing with left wingers, I go parallel. Great card. We didn't add the aerial to her until like recently. There was an evo that came out a couple weeks ago, I want to say, where we added, we gave her, it was mostly like a boost to her shooting and a boost to her passing. But it also gave her aerial. I didn't really care about the aerial, but I want the stat boost. But it didn't really matter. But she can play everywhere on the left mid side, other than white midfielder. She can play everywhere left wing side, other than having the plus white playmaker. And then playstyles wise, she has 4 playstyles with 3 very great playstyle pluses and 1, which isn't necessarily like a bad to have, because she does have very good jumping at 99. And she's also not a small like player. She's 5'9", but she's 5'9" and like tall. She's like a tall, lean 5'9". So with that 99 jumping and with that aerial, that she does come in handy very well. And she's also very physical. Then you have my evo Christian Press. Press was a objective card for daily play completionists. Then we gave her an evo more recently than not. I don't remember like a lot of names of these evos, so don't ask what evo it was. But it gave her 5th playstyle plus, and it also gave her a very good stat boost. The card looks phenomenal. This is one of the best cards I've used all year. She's just utterly insane. We don't have a lot of games on her because, like I said, I haven't been playing the game. But when it comes to just pure output, 50 games played with 56 goal contributions, 40 goals, 16 assists, she is someone who just contributes. Even when it comes to like off the ball, her runs are great. When it comes to what I like to call a hockey assist, where she doesn't get credit with an assist, but she was involved in the build up to a goal. Like, she's the person who passed, who got the assist. Very phenomenal card, very phenomenal evo. Except I don't remember the evo's called. It's been a while, but everything about the card just looks utterly insane and phenomenal. Jaden Shaw is one who evo more recently, more so for the stats. It was the evo that came out again pretty recently when it comes to it was like a cam and center mid evo, and it gave like a lot of great boosts, but it also gave like intercept plus. Giving her intercepts kind of weird, but the other stat boost that it gave her, I was really like digging. So I was like, yeah, we're giving, I don't care if it gives her intercept plus. She already has great play styles to begin with, so it's fine. And then I thought about it more, like, actually it's not even bad that I gave her intercept plus, because it gives her something to help her defensively, because she does have very low defensive stats. So this does at least allow her to have decent interceptions via the playstyle plus in that midfield, even on as a right mid. as well when you know she plays in that role in that position. It's much like Press. This is one of the best cards like you saw all year. She is weirdly very good even before the Evo. But just stat wise for Evo, she has almost all 99 stats other than her defending. 99 pace, 98 shooting, 98 passing, 98 dribbling, 94 physical. Very like insane card. This card looks better than a lot of 99s. Like just call a buck. Speaking of cards that look better than 99s, my chain Evo of Aitana Balmati. This is Aitana Balmati's Trailblazer. Yes, that's how old this card is. This is Trailblazer Balmati, who's been chain Evo'd for months, and she's at that point where you can't even see the stats. Apologies. Let me switch scenes. There's the stats. Yeah, so she has 99 pace, 99 shooting, 99 passing, 97 dribbling, 84 defense, 94 physical. There's no Aitana card that looks as good as this card. You know, does she have 5 place pluses? No, but we'll get there. I already have plans on what I want to do when it comes to her 5th place down plus, but you know, it's just the stats. 99, 99, 99. Again, looks better than 99s. Yeah, this is again a very good clinical chain Evo. Again, start with her Trailblazer and Ariana at the end of the game cycle, with her still being, you know, Evo and still being prominent in the team in the game. And then we have our chain, not really much of a chain because it's kind of like just started. This is kind of Macario from the season pass. I think it's the previous season pass. We put her through an Evo to just make her a little bit better because I wanted her to have better shooting and better, you know, general like cam stats. And so that's what kind of increased here. Not really a lot to go over when it comes to Cat, but you know, probably like I want to say maybe the 3rd best cam I've used in the game. I've used a lot of cams. And then we have our 99 chain Evo on Taylor Flint. Put her through another Evo beforehand. That was like more like a playstyle Evo. And after that, we put her through the 99 Evo that came out recently. The Condor is what it was called. And this gave her 99 defending. She had 99 physical, so they gave her 99 defending. So she went up from 92 to 99. She had 92 pace, now she has 94 pace. It increased her passing. And the best thing about it is it didn't make her dribbling go too high. I think her dribbling was like what, 92, 93? Just put it at 94. The reason why that matters is if you go to 95 dribbling, your card type changes. You go from being controlled lengthy to being just controlled. You kind of kill the point of having a tall player if you remove their lengthy. I want her to stay a lengthy player. So we wanted to make sure we didn't give her any Evos that made her dribbling higher. This is Taylor Flint, when it comes to this Evo in particular, is a showcase of patience. There has been a number of Evos that's come out that she looked decent in, but I didn't put her into those Evos because I wanted to make sure that she did not go to 95 dribbling. Like there's been a few that she looked good in, and it will put her 95, and I'm like, nope. We're not doing that. We don't want her to be made an only control player. But all in all, this is great for her, and she is my go-to DM. What else did Evo do for her? It gave her Bruiser. Personally, I'm someone who likes Bruiser more on my midfielders than I do like my fullbacks. Fullbacks, I want them all to have intercept and anticipate. See, my DMs gotta have Bruiser because I feel like it comes in handy to win that ball in the midfield. You know, and that's where you want to win the ball more so than on the wings. Wings, you want to get the interceptions. You want to have just generally strong players and not have to rely on the Bruiser. But for a midfielder with 99 physical and 99 defending, I feel like Bruiser is just a great thing. And at the same time, she's also able to play striker naturally. So you can also, if you wanted to, have a 99 defending, 99 physical, you know, striker just spamming low driven shots in the box. But you know, she looks great. Best DM in the game, in my opinion, when it comes to who I've used. I've used a few. I've been like trying to rotate around some players, both defenders and with like center backs, and I always went to coming back to this particular card. Over on the left back side, we have our Evo Jana. Jana's been made Evo since Team of the Year. There was one that made her. It was like there was 2 Evos. It was like a double chain Evo at that time, where you can make a center back a striker. So put her into that in another Evo as well. So she has like just crazy freaking stats, all 90 stats for a left back / striker / center back. Predominantly she's a center back, but you know, she looks great. Very good play styles, almost every defending play style other than Bruiser and Jockey. We need to get Jockey on her. I value Jockey more than Bruiser when it comes to fullbacks, but she does have very, very good plays now. She's just also just a fun card. Like, this isn't the most, you know, meta left back that I have, but she's the most fun left back that I have. Like I said, she can play center back, she can play left back, she can play striker, everywhere when it comes to those positions, with only, you know, ball playing defender and false nine being where she doesn't have pluses. Yeah, great play style pluses in general when it comes to the technical with the quick snap, the combination of intercept, anticipate. Love to see it. Again, stats all around are very, very good. Only her dump stat, if you want to call it that, would be curve. You know, who cares? But the Evo itself, just, you know, all the change just look good. You know, just one of the rare. You know, when it comes to, like, I try to do first owner everything, but early game, even though Team of the Year would really be considered early game, I did like buy cards because it was like, okay, I'm not packing them. I'd rather just go ahead and buy them so I can actually get the Evos done. Same thing with the Grimmer. I've had this card since the beginning of the year, and she's been being chain evoed pretty much since Team of the Year. Like, I bought the card and put some things on her earlier in the year, but when it really got, you know, a big upgrade was Team of the Year. We got those Team of the Year center back evos we can do. It was like a whole little chain that you can do. My choice was Gurma. And then ironically they did come out with a Gurma card themselves, but you know, I didn't really care. I prefer some anyways to have better play styles and just better stats to begin with. But she's getting Evo since then as well. So again, one of the trends you'll notice is a lot of these players or people have been Evo on like literally all year. You know, if not like Team of the Season, Team of the Year is when some of them started. But a lot of them are cards that have been Evo on, you know, all year. Even when it comes to like Taylor Flint. This is not my first Taylor Flint card. I have a Taylor Flint that's literally one of the first cards I evoed in this game when I got it. I still have that card. You probably see it in a little bit. It's early in the morning, so we're taking things very, very slow. Apologies. But then we have Irene Paredes. You know, this isn't like a long-standing chain. This is her Team of the. This is like my actual Team of the Year card. Like, I didn't pack a lot of Team of the Years, but during Team of the Year, one of the ones I packed on this account was Irene Paredes. And she's being evoed since then, so she's here as a 98. You know, with all 90 stats everywhere other than her shooting and her dribbling. Again, you know, for her it doesn't really matter that she's not lengthy, because she's only 5'10" in this game. You know, you have to be like at least 5'11" to be able to get lengthy on your players. Next year's game, you know, they're removing that, so you'll be able to get players like her as a lengthy. But you know, even at control, she's very, very good. You don't have to have lengthy on your players. Personally, I want my DMs to have it more so than my center backs, but you know, I would prefer, you know, at least one of the other two center backs that I use to have lengthy. This is my starting rotation. It's just, you know, people who we have, you know, for the Evo video. And then we have Team of the Season, Lucy Bronze, who's been put through a couple Evos, not a lot of Evos, just a couple Evos. Again, much like everybody else here, all 90 stats other than her shooting. Very good card, very fun card. Lucy's always good in game, in my opinion. I have a lot of games with her because, you know, I have just crazy freaking fullbacks. And pretty much I just use my favorite players are, and she's in that tier, but she's like maybe like, you know, bottom 5. Like if I have like a top 5, she's like probably like at 5. So she's not like the go-to. And then we have Dino. This is also a pretty recent Evo. When it comes to like his birthday card. It's his birthday Dino card. We gave him 5. He put it through Evo to get him a 4 playstyle plus, and then from the season pass, from the preseason, we gave him another playstyle plus because I felt like it's something it would have been great for him to have. So he just kind of just waiting for one of the Evos to be, you know, used a little bit more. Reason why I haven't been using this card too much is because, again, I kind of favor Tamparello. She's kind of been taking up a lot of his spots, especially because, you know, they did come out with the Tamparello SPC, which, you know, I've been using lately as well. But the Dino card, you know, looks pretty freaking solid. It's just kind of like not really a lot to say when it comes to that one. Then we have Jaws Dortier. This is another long-standing card. I've had this card since it came out. This is her Dream Chasers card. I don't remember when Dream Chasers was. I think it was like maybe 3 months ago, maybe. But it's a chain Evo. But Evo on this card quite a bit. Very good card. Very solid. Very, very quick. Very strong. Even though her physical is only 86, but she feels strong in game. Very great dribbler. Phenomenal card. Then we have one of my prized possessions, my Michelle Cooper chain Evo. You know, we gave her, started this Evo during, I want to say, Grassroots Greats. I think that's when they first gave us like a 99 Evo. And it gave her, so I gave her 99 dribbling, and then I gave her 99 passing. Then I've just been Evoing her since then. So now she has like just crazy freaking stats for 85. Another Evo will get her, you know, where I want her to be. I can get her to, you know, basically being like a 99 and a couple more stats. Then she would be the starting right wing. But love the card. She's fun in game. She's crazy quick, kind of like a pro clubs player, very much so. Then we have Rodman. This is one of my 2 Rodman chain Evos. We have 2 chains from Rodman. We have one of her base card that I put into a Team of the Year little chain Evo. Then we have this one, which is her Team of the Season, which I've been, you know, again doing chain Evos on. I gave her a 5th play style from the season pass. Just a good card, you know. Nothing really much to say, just a good card. Not better than Jaden Shaw, but you know, still a good card. You have Alexia Putellas. This is Putellas' Player of the Month. So again, like I said before, a lot of these cards are cards that's been in the team for a very, very long time. This is Player of the Month. I don't remember what month the Player of the Month was. I think it was like, was it November? I want to say it was November. It's in November or December. I could just look it up. All right, so put it on foot then. This card came out in December. December 12th is when this card came out. We've been evoing it since then. Recently evoed it, I want to say last week. I think last week might have been like the actual last time I evoed the card. And to me, this is probably the best Alexia Putellas in the game. When it comes to like just her stats and her potential. We're just now getting evos for 97 rated cards. So another evo that could get her to like 99, which is be, you know, chef's kiss. You know, 97, you know, pace, 97 shooting, 94 passing, 96 dribbling. I'm kind of like just waiting to see what I want to do when it comes to like a 5th play style plus. Kind of thinking low driven, but I'm kind of also thinking maybe another passing play style, like a ping pass. We'll see what we do with this Alexia. Honestly, when it begins like a press proven for her too. So, you know, like I said, it's up in the air what I want to do when it comes to her 5th place style plus. But he's the one who I put during, like, I want to say Shapeshifters. There's the Evo. There's a season pass for striker. So I put that on her to give her striker positioning. But we mostly just play her as a freaking, you know, a playmaker and play her as a shadow striker. So there's not necessarily needed, but just an option to have, just not have the option. And then we have Mallory Swanson, another very, very, very long-standing chain Evo, because again, much like Alexia, this is a card that came out a long time ago. This is her Total Rush card. There's been other, you know, Swanson cards, but, you know, there hasn't been this Swanson card, you know. And I kind of prefer this one over her birthday card. Her birthday card, I don't think has like as good stats and as good play styles. This is way more open-ended for me to do whatever I want to do. This card came out in October, so literally like not even like a month, like just a few weeks of FC25 being out, this card came out, and I've been E1 her since then. Obviously we play her dominantly as a left mid and left wing. I haven't even tried to put any other roles on her because I don't want to. I want her to just be a left winger. Very good play styles, has almost every ball control play style then press proven. Doesn't have like finesse plus, but she has decent finesse shots to begin with. Gave her a driven plus, obviously. She has the speed play styles. If there's anything I want to add to her, it's like a 5th play style, Tiki Taka. She's just no question. I know you probably think it's a like, hey, finesse shot, but thank God I want Tiki Taka. You know, I kind of value my forwards being decent passers. You know, for the most part at least. But stat-wise, stats are very, very good. But again, another just long-standing player who you've had in the club since literally damn near the beginning of the game. And then obviously Alex Morgan, who has also kind of just been here since the beginning of the game. You know, again, this is the only card in the game who will have 1,000 games on. You know, and this is like, I don't look off the band, but like, when did this card come out? This card released 11/11, so November 11th is when this card came out. Put 1,000 games on her since then, and You know, she is just has been the most prolific player on the team when it comes to the fact that she has she has, you know, 1,231 freaking goals and 700 assists. And so we've been chain evo on her, you know, since November, and you know, we do need another one for her. Yeah, I want 99 shooting. I want an evo that gets her 99 shooting and also boost her passing. Obviously, the reason why I haven't boosted her passing yet is because I always say, like, hey, as long as my striker's short passing is good, I can make do, and she does have 96 short passing, so I haven't felt the need to improve her passing. But just like the visuals of, you know, the card, it would be nice to have that face stat being higher, just, you know, just so it can be in the 90s as well. But just crazy card. She has some of the best finesse shots in the game. She doesn't miss. She's just crazy. And there's a lot of videos on this channel of me using Alex Morgan, and the thing that you always see in those videos is consistency. You know, if I need a goal, she'll get it. Then you have Bex, one of my favorite players of all time, David Beckham. The reason why I'm a United fan is because of Beckham and Rio Ferdinand. But you know, so we've been doing some evos on him. This is his birthday card as well, like just like how Dino's his birthday card. It's a birthday Bex. Looks very, very good. We have his right back as well, but we haven't done evos on his right back. We've done evos on his midfielder because I would much rather play Bex as a midfielder than play as a right back. I know he looks crazy in the Condor. Didn't care. That was the second I saw Condor, Flint was going in. There was no second thoughts. I don't care about what the meta choices are for evos. I don't watch those videos when it comes to like Inception. This is what you should do. Like, I don't care. I'm evoing people based on who I like, not who's meta. Even people who I feel like this would be a good evo for them and to make them stay within the team if there's someone who's actually in my team. Whereas like the fullback Bex isn't in freaking team. But this Bex does have a chance to at least be on a bench as a backup midfielder. The card general is Bex. There's not a lot to say. Play styles all look good. Kind of want some defending play styles for a midfielder. Kind of want more physical, more so you kind of want a quick step on him. You kind of want first touch. Kind of want rapid. You kind of want press proven. But for now, I'm satisfied with it. It's not a great card. It's an okay card. I like it. Hit my coffee real quick. My voice is starting to die out. Next up, we got Ali Watt. In my last evo, like again, kind of like how Alexia was a few weeks ago. Ali Watt was also a few weeks, like a week ago, and he also last time I evoed this card. This is probably one of the first SPCs I ever did in the game. No, that won't be true. I actually bought the game to make sure I got her SPC done. Like, I didn't buy this game in September like most people did. I got this game like pretty much like I didn't even buy it at first. Like, I did like the 10-hour trial on Xbox to get this card. And this card came out and freaking it expired on the 31st of October. I don't know what like the actual release date was. The release date is September. I've been reading these wrong. The release date for what was September. I did the Xbox trial so I can freaking get it done. So I kind of want to like go back to Swanson. I was reading these as like I was reading the expired date as if they were the release date. So Swanson came out the 10th, 10/11 when it comes to October, and then so we got to Puteus. Kind of want to correct myself. So I don't people like comment on the video. Puteus came out on this day. Puteus came out on November 11th. So that was a November card, and Morgan came out when. So I just corrected myself because you know I was reading the dates wrong. Morgan came out the 10th, October 11th. So yeah. So yeah, this card came out in September, and yeah, this is probably like, next to Taylor Flint, next Lily Johannes was about in a bit. This has been the longest chain evo in the club. You're thinking literally the beginning of the game till now. That's crazy. Beginning of the game till now. Pure club legend. She doesn't have the time spent on her like Alex Morgan does. That's more so because we've kind of rotated out wingers more so because I play her predominantly as a winger. There's videos on the channel of her clearly. But just a very, very good card. Very consistent. She doesn't have like the most impressive stats, but like in game, she just performs. She just performs. And speaking of Lily Johannes, this is a card who, you know, again, at the beginning of the game, like I said, at the beginning of the game, I was just buying cards with Evo. I bought Flint, started Evo on her, bought Johannes, started Evo on her. And much like Flint, much like Ali Watt, someone who's been being chained Evo since the beginning of the game, Don't have as many games on her as I have on Flint and I have on Ali Watt, because again, more so just coincidence and circumstance. And because she was a silver card, and not only was she a silver card, she was a silver card who had like very bad stats. So it took like a lot of curating to get the card to where it was usable. Because for a while, it was just something I was just evil in the background and couldn't really use. It was not a very usable card at all for the first couple months of me owning the game. Whereas like now she's very good. I will say, yes, I know there is an objective card. I started this Evo. I want to say 3 days before the objective card came out. And into which the stats for these two cards aren't that crazy when it comes to like separation. And this card's when it's doing its Evo will still be 96. So it should be able to be evolved very quickly. So I'm not really like I'm not someone who'll get mad when a card like Evo gets a new card, because it's like, you know, this was the guarantee. There was no indicator there would be a Leo Hannes, you know, promo card. You know, and that's kind of how I view. I don't get mad when there's like promo cards of cards like Evo, because it's like the Evo is at least a guarantee. Them getting a promo card is not a guarantee. And even when they get a promo card, that just means they have two versions of the card that I can rotate between. In Evo to see which card becomes better by the end game. Did I make a better card to EA, or EA make a better card than me? You know, so that's the potential that you can see when it comes to having two versions of a card that you can work with. Outside of that, when I have used her, very good. Again, it's been more recently when it comes to using her, because again, like I said, it took months to get the card usable because her stats were like just horrible. She had horrible stats. So it took a lot of freaking like work in Evos to get this card being playable. Then we have Marta. This is her team of the season card. We packed her back when the card first came out. Very good card back then. Put her through Evo recently. Very good card in general. I'm about to say here, I haven't put a lot of games on her because again, my midfield is stacked. So it's kind of been like a rule by, you know, most favorite players to get out of bias gets played more, but also who's my best players get played more. And she's not, you know, as good as Balmati. She's not as good as Katarina Macario. She's not as good as Alexia. She's not as good as Jaden Shaw. She's not as good as some other players as well. And I might have favorites, but I'm not a biased person. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is like one of the 6 best cams I've used in the game, because she's not. Then you have our chain Evo on the Messiah himself, Lionel Messi. We haven't packed his 99 card. It is what it is. But we have been doing chain Evos on, I think, which card is this? I'm trying to think of like by looking at the design. I don't remember which card this is. But we got this card. It would be like a lot easier for the what card it was. But Ben, you're needed. No, it's it's Team of the Week. It's a Team of the Week Messi. So okay, so it's Team of the Week Messi. Put him through quite a number of Evos, including like Team of the Year. That's when I got the card. I got the card during Team of the Year. No, Team of the Season. I got it during Team of the Season. And I've been Evo since then. You know, he doesn't get a lot of play because again, you know, he's not the best. He's not even like in the top 5 of my best freaking you know, forwards. So it's like, yes, it's Messi, but also I kind of want to use my best women's players. That's kind of like I always, you know, default to just wanting to use my best women's players, unless I pack someone who's just so much better than they are, and this card isn't better than, you know, the women's players. I've been using that as my you know, cams and right wing. But you know, crazy card, good card. And then Paul Kubarsi. Kubarsi's this was his, I want to say, Future Stars cards. His Future Stars card we put through a couple Evos, including obviously a Footies Evo. I didn't like his Team of the Season at all. I thought Team of the Season was trash. But this is definitely a way better card in my opinion. Just in game he performs better. In game he just feels like a better card than, you know, the mediocre crappy team of the Season card. All right, so let's look into the other Evos who, you know, were not able to show because, you know, you want to get so many freaking slots. Let's go to club. Come on. There you go. Let's go in here and look at our Evo. All right, so here's the rest of the Evos. You know, there's gonna be things in here that aren't like real Evos though. Like when it comes to Sophia Wilson, this isn't like a real Evo. You know, it's just her season pass card that I added. You know, it's Incisive Pass too, because again, I value having passive playstyle on my wingers. She didn't really have any, so I gave her Incisive Plus. So it's not like a real Evo. On the Bashier, this is her Team of the Week card. Got it when it came out, been doing chain evos on it since then. So it's been through a lot of evos. Another like long-standing card. We have Crystal Dunn's Foot Fantasy card. I got it when it first came out. We have videos on this card. Maybe being evil since then. Lamine Yamal portrait card. Not a lot of play time on it. Mostly because I'm not the biggest Lamine guy. I know Barcelona fan who's not a big Lamine guy. I'm all about energy. Lamine gives off like a very, very weird vibe. But again, much like I said with Messi, I favor women players. So, you know, I'll always want to use them more unless I have a player who just outperforms them crazily. This card doesn't outperform, you know, women's cards. It's a good card, but I've done such a good job when it comes to like Evo on my ladies, where it's like very hard to like outperform them. We have a chain Evo of Germa. This is her Shake Shaker's card. We did a couple evos on that to just make it a better box and better DM. Obviously, I had the Burber's Hall of Chain Evo. I don't want to count this as like the biggest Evo to like talk about, because it was literally a design chain. Like, it's just one of them cards that EA themselves made you chain. We had Catarina, also not a real Evo, much like with Sophia Wilson. I gave her an Evo. They gave her a role, so that's why she's here technically, even though she's not really actually an Evo. This is Bernard's team of the, is it here? No, it's team of the season. It's her team of the season card. Put it through an Evo to make her just more usable. Then we have team of the season, Mateus. Again, so just make her a little more usable. Not a lot there. Pele. More so just a cosmetic, and also gave him like some play styles. Maldini, you know, gave him a left back Evo. This is my team of the year, Rodman. As you can see, almost 1,000 games on her too. Just 400 games away from being 1,000. Obviously, we're not getting 400 games played in, but you know, this is a card I was using for a very long period of time. Very good card. This is team of the year, Walter Wrighton. No Evo here, just a cosmetic. Cafu, we went through like a couple Evos. Team of the year, Cafu. Julie Brund, we Evo'd her pretty much. The last time they gave us an Evo for Shapeshifters was the last time I Evo'd her. Very, very good card, crazy card, love it. And that was actually like recently too. Like that was the last time they gave us a card Evo with this design was actually like, I want to say a couple weeks ago, if not 3 weeks ago. It was actually still during footy, so they gave us an Evo with this card design. But crazy card, she's literally insane. We got CR7. This is the flashback CR7. We got, I want to say team of the season Russo. Put her through a couple things. Chloe Bethune, not a real Evo, it's literally just a cosmetic. Patrick O'Hara is her honorable mentions card. Went through a few Evos. Mr. McKinney went through Chain Evo. Claudio Mateo, that's just cosmetic. Grant Hansen, I think also cosmetic. Lynn has had a couple like small Evos, nothing crazy. Avery Patterson was a bronze card, like a bronze to footies card Evo. Fox put her through like just some small things. I think that's just a cosmetic. We could put just as a cosmetic Evo, and we gave her a bruiser. O'Hara's went through a few chains. Another like old card. This card was a in the era card. We've been, you know, she much like Alice, she's up there. She is up there. Jayden Shaw, you know, a card that I was doing Evos. I think the last time I did Evo on this card was Shapeshifters, but we also put her into like Team of the Year Evos as well. This was an 85 rated Team of the Week card. Raina Reyes was a silver. There's some change on her. Gia Corley, another card who's like an 85 Team of the Week that we, you know, did some chains on. We last Evo'd this card like a few days ago. Like we last Evo'd this card a few days ago. Yeah, chain Evo of El Tune. Yeah, so just a lot here. A main new Evo, Mateus Kunin, we put him through. This is the Team of the Season card. We put him through it's like one of the glitch Evos. We get him to 99 pace. Then we put him through some for Shapeshifters. Obviously, I have Kika Nazareth. You know, she got a couple of Evos in her as well. I'm hoping I can get another Evo on her. I want her to be a little bit better. I want her to have better pace and better shooting. You know, Jordy, I think it's just a cosmetic. No, we gave him a play style. Reagan, we gave him a role. For me, we don't evo for me a lot because I'm not, again, you know, evos are biased. My choice of evos are biased. Not the biggest Famine fan, so I don't evo him just because his stats. I evo him when I feel like, hey, he looks good here, and there's somebody else I want to evo for him. Now we got Vita. This is a cosmetic when it comes to Shaw. Honorary went through the dribbling evo. We have a chain evo on Yuki Nakasato. We have videos on Yuki. We have videos on Henna. This is cosmetic on Holland. We have Rio. This is a chain that we kind of like just abandoned because we ended up getting like better Rio cards. We didn't get better Rio cards. We got better center backs. Carolyn, we ended up getting her footies card. I would have evoed this card again had they not gave her a footies card. Johnny, we kind of wait for another evo for him. Katarina Macario, we were going to evo this card again, but she came out with a season pass card, so it's like never mind. Maria Sanchez, Eric Garcia, Araujo, Mitch Purse, Tara McCune, which is kind of like a fake evo. It was just cosmetic. It was a roll. It was a roll evo. We had a couple evos on Labonta, Taram, fake evo, gave him freaking bruiser. Cosmetic, Hoylet also was someone we gave anticipate, so not a evo. Javi Simmons, the chain. Check, we gave him like just the play styles. We didn't do like the actual full evo on check. Just gave him the play styles and that was it. Neymar, this is the one that most people were doing when it comes to Neymar. Just didn't really fully commit to it because, yeah, again, there's other players who want the evo. Ruben Albert, we'll evo this card when we get the right CM. I don't want her as a winger. When we get the right center mid evo for her, we can evo it again. So this won't have an evo since card came out. This is what we mentioned before, Taylor Flint. This card been evo since the beginning of the year. We abandoned almost 1,000 games. We abandoned this card because her footies card came out. If not for her footies card coming out, we would have just evoed this card. Then we have like more, you know, Patry evos. We have literally 2 Patry evos. Pedria in here as well. Rolfo chain evo from her flashback card. You know, Yaya Toure, put him, you know, just a couple things. Wait for like another evo to really like boost his pace in defending. Rafa Marquez is in here as well. Becky Soderblom, her end of Aaron. This is a silver card from the MA. Rio birthday card. Grace Clinton. We actually just gave her this evo. It was a roll evo. Give her a roll evo recently. I'm thinking about evo her next. Unless they come out with an SVC of her 99 card, we'll be evo on this card pretty soon. Cosmetics. So we're not gonna talk about Bell. Not just like just going through here because it's already like almost an hour-long video. But Lisa Thompson, this was her again, one of those scheduled chain evos when it comes to Foot Birthday. Then you have our Emma Sears chain evo and chain evo that we started on Stevens. We kind of like abandoned this one more so because I just don't like chip shot. I don't value chip shot as a plus. Like I do chip shots, but it's like I don't like it as a plus. And at the same time, we just have way too many freaking strikers, so it's like, all right, we're just not gonna you know, continue with the Stevens evo because we just have way too many freaking strikers. But we're kind of waiting for the perfect evo for Emma Sears. So yeah, that's all of our evos for FC 25 so far, and pretty much just the end of the game, rocking our US Women's World Championship for the World Cup. But yeah, that's pretty much all really to go over. You know, when it comes to the prize possessions, is obviously Taylor Flint, it's obviously Christian Press, it's Jaden Shaw, it's Bob Monty with all the 99s, it's, you know, Alice Morgan, it's the Alexi Puteas, it's the Miles Watson. You know, these cards have been in the club forever, like Ali Watt, and Leo Hannes. Yeah, so regardless if you guys ever see gameplay of 25 anytime soon, I might do a 25 video at some point this week, just to like, you know, go over like Johannes. Maybe we'll do like a video for Johannes's new card. We'll see. I just haven't have like the urge to play gameplay. You know, like we'll get on for evos to do like a rush. We're going to like rush to do the evos, and as well just do day plays. We'll do 3 games of rush a day. I haven't played rivals in like 2 weeks. So we'll see. We might jump into some rivals at some point this week just to try out the new Johannes. But this for me, this should probably would have been like way quicker had it not been like early in the freaking morning. If you all enjoyed the video, if you want this algorithm, like the video, comment, and subscribe. Because I probably could make this video a bit better when it comes to like just the pacing of it, the speed of it. But you know, like I said, it's early in the morning, so I didn't want to. I don't have like that crazy energy that we can sometimes have. So catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully that might be again pretty sooner rather than later. But if you all enjoyed this video, leave any thoughts in the comments below. Don't leave any thoughts about like evos, and like I don't really care about your opinions on if I made the right decisions on my evos. I don't care. I'm out of here. Deuces.